Yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome you back from wherever you were. Uh, Today we continue with the FL Studio Beginners Guide series, and today we are on our episode, on the second episode. Last time we were on the first episode, so if you missed the first episode, check in the description below in the link. There is a link in the description that will take you to our first episode or have access to the full series. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It will mean a lot for me. Okay, let's move in. All right, this is our FL Studio workstation, workspace. We have so far covered the toolbar. So today we are moving into the browser. So in case you don't have the browser or you're not seeing it, let's say maybe it's not there. You have opened the project and it's not there. In our in our first episode, we looked at how we can access all of these ones. You come here and you click, it will come. All right, so this one is our FL Studio. As you can see, it has three. There are three. We have three buttons here. We have this one. When you look at the hint bar, it's telling us this is the current project. We have here all, then we have the plugin. So to begin with, let's begin with all. This is how it looks like. So the plugin provides access to the project samples, and then rather the browser provides access to the projects, samples, plugins. If you have the native plugins, the plugins that come with FL Studio, or the plugins you have installed, or the samples. Maybe you have samples or loops you have gotten, you download from somewhere. When you bring them to the FL Studio, you can access them from here. So all these ones are folders. The way you're seeing, these ones are folder. Like you click a folder, it opens. Where you see a plus sign, it means there are other things down. So all these
Drop
are,
that bitch. Drop this
so
shit.
like these ones are samples that I downloaded.
Bitch. Briscoe. Drop that
Okay,
bitch.
so that's where you access your samples from, or plugins. Like let's say you want kicks, you come here. You just, if you have installed, you will be knowing where you have placed them, but the default place, like the default for FL Studio is on, it's in packs. There are other places, but most of them, the majority are in packs. When I open here, you can see drums. So when they talk about drums, the drums, they mean the cymbals fall under drums. Cymbals, they fall under drums. The hi-hats, they all fall under drums. The kicks, they fall under drums. Percussions, so they all fall under drums. Toms, the list goes on. All of them are drums. You just see them here. FL Studio will organize them for you. So you just click and then you see recorded sounds.
Whoa.
Yeah, whatever.
Whoa.
Okay. So if I have moved up to down here and I want to go back to, I just use this arrow sign here, collapse the structure. I click the collapse the structure, it collapses all. If not, it'll just be here. If I click, it just takes. But if I want to collapse the whole structure at once, I just come here, collapse the structure, it collapses the structure. Okay, these ones, they're the default. I don't mess with them. I just leave them the way they are. Now, we are looking at the main things that you will be using in your day-to-day. Other small things, you'll get to know them as you gain the experience, but they're not all that important. So we are looking at the most important things. Okay, so if you haven't installed any plugins and you're looking for material or instruments to use, you just come here. So we have looked at it here. So how do you load? How do you load? Let's say the drums. When we load them on our channel rack. let's say this is the default that comes with it when you open your project. That these default samples, the kick, the clap, the hi-hat, the snare, but I may not be wanting to use any of them, and in most cases you will not want them. You'll be using your own. You want to load your own. Let's say this kick, maybe I don't like this kick, I don't like it. So this is a channel rack. In fact, that's what we are going to look at in our third episode. But how do you load your samples to the channel rack? So let's go to kicks. Let's say I want, like, maybe I want this kick here. I want this kick. So there are very many ways of loading this kick here. I can right click, I send to the selected channel or focused plugin. So this one which we have selected, if I click this one, it will come and replace this kick. So you can see this is a kick, this one is just kick. So if I click send to selected channel focus plugin, it has replaced the other kick. Are you hearing? The sound has changed. Or if I want to add on to these ones, maybe these ones I'm all using them, I just right click, open in a new channel. So it's going to bring it down here. Open in a new channel. It has opened it in a new channel. Remember, we started when we had the defaults one, the four samples. Now we have added our new one. So that's, you right click, then you select either send to the focus channel or whatever. Now and then, or I can decide to grab, to click it, then drag it. So in dragging, if I drag here, it's going to replace this one. It has replaced that one. Or I drag, I just bring it down here. When I drop it down, it's like you're adding it to a new channel. So you have those options. So far we have looked at 4 options. You right click, you send to the selected plugin or in a new channel, or you just drag and drop here. That's for these samples. Or you can even drag and place on the playlist, but this is, I don't admire this. I don't advise it for a beginner. Even for advanced, it's not good. The only thing that is advisable, or it's best to be dragged and placed on the playlist, is let's say we have vocals, maybe you have loops. Let's say we have loops. Let's go to my loops. So with loops, they are not the audio clips. So for them, just click here, then because they are you put them on your playlist. So that's it. I play. So with loops, that's okay. For them, you just drag, then drop on your playlist. Okay, this is a playlist. We are going to look at it. As you can see, this is the channel rack. We are not seeing our kicks. That's because our kicks are not audios, but they're just samples. So you just click here, all, they will come. Are you getting it? This is the channel rack. We shall dive into it in our third episode. So that's how you load samples or instruments from the browser. Here you collapse it because you can adjust. You just adjust. It's just adjustable. I think you adjust. We shall look at how to add your samples or bring your samples today, because these ones, like these loops here, my samples, I didn't get them with FL Studio. I just added them. So we shall look at how to add. Okay, then that's the first tab. Now there is this tab here. This tab here, as you can see, it shows current project. It's telling Now this is the project we are working on. History, it will tell you all that you have done. And we have playlist, added a clip, deleted a clip, added a clip, like that. That is the history of what we have done. Patterns, we have one pattern so far. That's because these ones we haven't added any pattern, because these audio samples are not counted as patterns. Patterns are considered like these samples. Let's say we plot a sample here. This one is our kick pattern. Now if I go to our pattern and I drop this pattern, we come to our patterns, you see we have pattern 1. That's it. We have one pattern in our project. If I add the second pattern, let's say the second pattern, I just click something, you see it has added. If I say pattern 3, I do something, it has added, just like that. Effects, that's mixing. This is the default. Fruit limiter, it's on our mixer, it's the default. FL Studio comes with it, puts it there, it's a default. So if we add more effects, they will all be here. Generators, all these are the generators or the materials we are using in our project. We have a kick clap, all the projects that we are, all the materials we are using in our, let's say I add maybe FL keys. When I come to our generators, you'll find FL keys has also been added. So in other words, this one is showing us what we are currently having in our project. Plugin picker, these are the plugins that we have in our FL Studio or in our store here. Effects, all these are the effects we have that we have currently installed on our FL Studio. Alright, but the most important thing is this one, understanding here, which is very easy. It's just a browser, the way it sounds, a browser. You are browsing, yeah. You just click, look for what you want. If it's look for what you want, then you load it. We have seen how to load. You right click, add to new channel, and then you come and do with it. Maybe you record, as simple as that. Instruments, maybe I want a guitar. I right click, open in a new channel. So it's now just a matter of recording, playing it and then recording. We shall look at how to record. It will be also a video of its own. So hit the subscribe button for you not to miss, because I have got a lot for you in store. Alright, with that, let's not go any further. We move to our third episode, which will be the channel rack. So far 2 episodes down, yeah, we are moving to our third, which will be in the next video. So hit that subscribe button. Let me hope you have learned something, you have enjoyed. Okay, it's your boy 40p the Dreamer. I sign out.